Hello and welcome to Living Room Chats. I'm Vivian Seeloff, and here's my daughter Desiree.
Hello.
And my little granddaughter. So today we are going to talk about after tying the knot. And so, but before we start, I'd like to read you a Bible verse in the book of Proverbs in the Bible. And that is chapter 24, Proverbs 24, verses 3 and 4. By wisdom a house is built, and through understanding it is established. Through knowledge its rooms are filled with rare and beautiful treasures. Beautiful. So here we have wisdom, understanding, and knowledge, which we gain from reading God's Word, which we need for our everyday lives. Okay, so here we go. So how did your life change after tying the knot?
I think the most changing thing for me was learning to live with someone else. Because, all my life I lived with my mother, with my grandmother, with my brother, and there's one way of doing things. And then when you start living with someone else who has different ways of doing things as well, it wasn't a terrible change. It was just I didn't do it like that before, or whatever it may be. One of the
Differences.
One of the examples that I like to say is in my mother's house, there is a clean side of the sink and a dirty side of the sink. All dirty dishes go on one side because it's divided. The other side is the cleaning/drying area. When my husband and I got married, though, both became dirty. There was no clean side, dirty side. It was all dirty. And whatever was clean, we would put on the drying cloth on the side next to the sink. So that was one of the changes. I was like, no, it has to be like this. And it's like, no. Dirty, whatever's clean will be on the other side. So that was like one of the main fun changes that we like to do, or that we like to mention, yes.
So what happens is that after marriage, you become one. The two became one, right? And so then you share your home, your food, your bed, your finances. That's how you can become one. And so things do change in this way, where before, when you were single, you did whatever you pleased.
There's more freedom.
There's more freedom. You went wherever you pleased, and you did whatever.
More freedom in buying things as opposed to when you get married. Because what happens is, let's say I wanted to buy a ticket to a theme park. With one person, when you're paying it for yourself, it's easy. Oh yeah, I can totally buy that. But when it becomes two of you now you're doubling that price, and it's coming out of the same checking account, and it's a lot more money at that point. So freedom in that regard. I enjoy being married, but there's a few differences, but that was one of the other ones that we noticed as well, where let's say we wanted to go to the movies. Now you're paying for two tickets, and it's more expensive than just one person.
And also in budgeting. When you're single, you buy whatever you want, right? You save whatever you want, whatever you can. And now when you're married, it's different because now there's two of you. And so your husband has different tastes perhaps than you do. And some men don't bother with decoration and all that, but some do. So one may like it blue and the wife likes it pink, and so you have to blend things together. Blend your differences is really your goal in marriage. And so that's how things can work out effectively. And then also your friends become his friend, and his friend become your friends. So that's another thing. When you have friends over, it's his friends that are now your friends, and vice versa. So that's another thing that blends, together, your friends. So it's important to have good friends for that reason.
Just off the top of our head, but if you have anything that you discovered or after getting married, you can put it in the comments below as well.
Yes, excellent idea. So we can do that. And by the way, if you have any questions, young women out there to be married, or single to be married, or newlyweds, or a couple of years maybe after the wedding, if you have any questions that you would like for us to answer you, and new mamas as well, you can always turn to Cultivating Rose's book, and it's filled with creative ideas, again, for your marriage, your home, and for new mothers. thank you very much for watching, and have a beautiful day.